The ceremony is held for the Legislative Youth Advisory Council. Also, a bill that relates to the selection of Deputy Supervisors of Elections was on the agenda at the Senate. The VIPD has one message for motorists this holiday season: drive sober or get pulled over. The National Drunk Driving Enforcement Campaign is on. Plus, Carnival Princess and Duchess were crowned on Sunday at the Croix Educational Complex. We'll have the winners and other crucial Christmas highlights. Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gaman-Singh. Topping our newscast, the Senate Committee on Housing and Governmental Affairs was scheduled to review some bills and an amendment Monday that aimed to bring the territory's election process into federal compliance. While not all the bills were discussed by the committee, one concerning candidate for lieutenant governor did get some consideration, but it's already experiencing some resistance. News 2's April Knight has details.
The Senate Committee on Housing and Governmental Affairs reviewed a bill Monday that might change the landscape of the territory's election candidacy process.
Start a conversation for us to look at having the gubernatorial candidates run until a primary and then have the successful candidates from the respective party and the independent choose who would be the lieutenant governor from that day forward.
According to Senator Graham, since the 2014 elections are so close, his bill, if it does move forward, does not have to be enacted until the 2018 elections.
Maybe the 2014 primary election may be premature, and maybe we can look at amending that to a 2018, as well as when we had the meeting with the board election. There's some other initiative and comments that they provide that can certainly be amended.
Graham has spoken with Joint Board of Elections members before the Monday hearing to discuss the merits of the bill. But according to members of the Board of Elections, this measure would undermine equalities in the territory's candidacy process that they have been pushing to move forward.
Most importantly, it would usurp the whole concept of a common filing date that we have tried so hard to in fact implement. And there are a number of other technical and practical problems that in fact would occur if we attempt to do so.
If approved by the Housing and Governmental Affairs Committee, the Rules and Judiciary Committee, and finally the full Senate, the bill would mean significant changes in how candidates for lieutenant governor are selected. But for now, it's looking like an uphill battle. April Knight for News 2.
And News 2 will keep you updated on the status of these election relation bills. Well, congratulations to the new members of the 30th Legislature of the U.S. Virgin Islands Youth Advisory Council. They were sworn in at the legislature on Monday. The members are responsible for advising the legislature on issues related to and legislations beneficial for the youth in the Virgin Islands. The members of the council ages range from 14 to 23. Judge Michael Dunstan offered some advice during the ceremony.
Not only should you use this opportunity as a means of enriching yourselves and building your skills, your abilities, your futures, but also use this as an opportunity to assist those who do not have your accomplishments, who do not have your impressive resumes, who do not have your skills and talents. Find a way through this council to assist those who are about to drop out of school, who are about to join a gang, who are about to turn to violence, who are about to turn to drugs. Because with your vision, this legislature can do something.
Well, this holiday season, the Virgin Islands Police Department will be out in full force, cracking down on drunk drivers throughout the region with aggressive drive sober or get pulled over enforcement. Holiday boozers are urged to be aware. News 2's Shanika Robinson has details.
As of December 13 to January 1st, state and local law enforcement will be watching for drunk drivers to help keep roads safe for the holiday travelers.
Too often we find many people driving on our roads who are driving under the influence, whether it be alcohol or other substances, creating safety problems for all of us. So we're asking you, starting today and continuing through the holiday season, we know it's a festive season, it is a time that you want to share with your family and friends, to be extremely careful when you're out there driving on our roads.
Data shows that the holiday season is a particularly deadly time due to the increased number of drunk drivers on the road. For fiscal year 2013, the number of DUI-related arrests was 190. The number of DUI-related fatalities was 1. The number of DUI-related injuries was 19, and DUI-related crashes was 96.
You will see our guys doing a lot of stops. BIPD will be out there in full force doing saturation patrols and checkpoints. This time of the year is a lot of parties. People go out and they drink a lot. They have fun. We're not saying don't have your fun, but do it responsibly.
The following are some tips to help keep the holidays safe and happy. Be responsible if someone is drinking. Do not let them get behind the wheel. If you see an impaired driver on the road, contact law enforcement immediately. If you have been drinking, do not drive. Call a taxi, phone a sober friend or family member, or use public transportation.
So our campaign this year, we'll start off when we're talking about it, that if you're driving drunk over the limit, you will get arrested. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Shaniqua Robinson, News 2.
For more information on VI drunk driving statistics, visit www.trafficsafetymarketing.gov. A Florida woman wanted for violating her probation was captured by VI police officers late last week. 54-year-old Donna Griffin Farley was taken into custody Thursday at the Cyril E. King Airport shortly after 6 p.m. Farley was wanted in Broward County, Florida for violating her probation 10 times. The violation stems from a previous conviction for possession of cocaine and the drug diazepam. Farley will be held pending her extradition to Florida. A 33-year-old man is behind bars after he was identified as the person who robbed a woman at gunpoint. Shawn Freeman was arrested based on a warrant after a female victim said he was the one who stole her jewelry in February last year. The woman said Freeman also assaulted her in the Oswald Harris Court housing community on the same day. He's charged with first-degree robbery, grand larceny, third-degree assault, and possession of a dangerous weapon during a violent crime. We'll turn our attention overseas. After months of silence, the National Security Agency is now talking about its investigation into former contractor Edward Snowden. The agency says the documents Snowden took could cripple the NSA's mission. Keom has the latest from Washington, D.C.
Probing the damage NSA leaker Edward Snowden caused say he gave the keys to the kingdom to enemies who want to know U.S. intelligence capabilities. Snowden stands accused of stealing 1.7 million classified documents.
It would give them a roadmap of what we know, what we don't know, and give them implicitly a way to protect their information from the U.S. intelligence community's view.
The head of the task force investigating the Snowden affair told 60 Minutes the agency spent millions of dollars replacing computers the former government contractor had access to.
They went on the assumption that something could have been put into the system that could go off later.
Snowden revealed the NSA was spying on European allies. That disclosure now has Germany and other nations seeking to restrict how U.S. companies like Facebook and Google send data from abroad. Some in Congress say that will hurt American businesses, and a bipartisan group of lawmakers is asking the Obama administration to demand allies back away from the proposed restrictions. The White House is also now examining an outside review of NSA activities. The report includes 40 recommendations to help the agency maintain public trust and reduce the risk of unauthorized disclosure of classified material. Ko-Im for CBS News, Washington.
And keeping our eye on the economy, the U.S. Senate was expected to vote on Janet Yellen's nomination to become the first woman chairman of the central bank. Also, the U.S. Postal Service expected today to be its busiest mailing day of the year. More than 600 million pieces of mail were expected to be processed. 6 million customers are expected to visit post offices nationwide. And you have until Friday to mail first-class cards. This is the New York Stock Exchange with Scotiabank Stock Market Watch. The Dow, Nasdaq, S&P all up. The Dow 129, Nasdaq 25, S&P 11. Coming up on News 2, Carnival Princess and Duchess were crowned on Sunday at the Croix Educational Complex. will have the winners and more Christmas events to add to your calendar. Plus, many were hanging out downtown St. Thomas for Miracle on Main Street. Those highlights and more coming up. The Crucian Christmas Carnival Princess and Duchess were crowned on Sunday at the St. Croix Educational Complex. Our newly crowned Carnival Duchess is Miss Jayla Newton, who entertained the crowd with her sportswear and evening wear. Second runner-up in the Princess pageant is Jessica Evelyn. First runner-up is Malaya Joseph, and the first Carnival Princess of St. Croix is Zayla Ambrose. Zayla also took home the award for Best Character Costume, Miss Intellect, and Miss Popularity.
Some call me smart, some call me spunky, others call me a diva.
Congratulations to Zilla and all the contestants. Meanwhile, 12 dynamic performers competed Sunday for the 31st annual Junior Calypso competition on St. Croix. With dazzling costumes and winning performances, the students shined on stage, with the youngest performer being 5. 6-year-old Kayla Joseph won the Pee Wee category, singing I Could Be Anything. And 9-year-old Noel Tirado won the Pee Wee 2 class for his song, What You Want to Be. Jana Christopher rounded out the winners list, taking the top spot again in the intermediate category for her song titled Ami This. Congratulations to all the contestants. Dozens of students and their families enjoyed a Crucian Christmas at the library in Christian said Saturday. The Friends of St. Croix Libraries hosted the event that featured free pictures with Santa and cultural dancing from local schools and groups. There was also face painting and balloon making, as well as storytelling with local talent. There were lots of giveaways, including gift certificates to the bistro and a Samsung Galaxy tablet, courtesy of Innovative, who presented the winner with the tablet and 6 free months of service. It was nothing but Christmas cheer and holiday spirit Sunday at the University of the Virgin Islands. Children of all ages tried their hand at ornament making at UVI's Cooperative Extension Center. The university's 4-H program hosted their annual Christmas Ornament Festival, and there were ornament crafts for all ages. The students used ordinary everyday items like fabric and cups to fashion their own Christmas decorations. There were punch and cookies for all, as well as special guest appearances. Well, law enforcement's finest were paired up with new partners for a worthy cause on Sunday. Officers from multiple agencies took more than 70 students shopping at Kmart for the first ever Shop with a Cop. The event was hosted by the Bureau of Corrections, and all the students had $100 to spend thanks to the community.
It's all for the kids. You know, that's what I did. I did it for the kids. This was a program in California that I was a big part of, and I just brought it back to the Virgin Islands.
From 10:30 to 11, the kids had a demonstrations by VIPD with the dogs, and after that we fed the kids, and then Santa came in on the fire truck. When the fire truck was done, we gave them lunch, and then we parade down here from UVI to the store.
We do have kids out there that are not fortunate to do or have the opportunity to get, you know, what they like or what they see for the holidays. So I think the agencies that have done this here, have put this activity together for them, was one of the best things I've seen in the Virgin Islands. We are glad to be a part of helping the community out in this sense.
And this past weekend was a happy preview to Christmas for many children and parents in the territory. The 2013 annual holiday party, hosted by Governor John DeYoung and First Lady Cecile DeYoung, was held on St. Thomas and St. Croix. Now, here are some scenes from the St. Thomas St. Croix parties, kids were treated to fun activities, including cookie decorating, a kids' workshop where children made their own toys, face painting stations, and of course, the party would not be complete without spending some time with Santa. Last Friday was one of the most awaited holiday events of the year, the 2013 annual Miracle on Main Street. A surge of shoppers flooded the St. Thomas shopping district, where most of the stores offered a variety of discounts, mostly on jewelry, electronics, watches, and fragrances. Main Street was closed off from all vehicular traffic starting mid-afternoon. Local bands featuring different instruments as well as popular disc jockeys set up in the area to serenade the nighttime shoppers, taking a break from checking out the stores. And be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.